as the captain of the Wuhan Palace hunting team, although your strength is only at the contra level. But the murderous aura that pervades his body can instantly kill a title Duluo. Within the realm of your murderous intent, Qian Daliu and Bibi Dong both act based on your face. And this is only because you awaken the endless killing act. In the extremely bloodthirsty blood soul gun martial soul, as long as you keep killing, your strength will increase. Strengthen one's own weapons, and as you kill like crazy, the murderous aura in you, it also gradually formed a field. In this field, you can say you can kill whoever you want. And now you, as the leader of the hunting team of Wuhan Palace, he is preparing to carry out the mission of hunting down the 1,000-year-old soul beast. Except for your team in this hunting mission, there are also two major title Duluo, Ju Duluo and Ghost Duluo, and the Golden Generation headed by Hulina. For this soul hunting operation, it can be said that Wuhan Palace is full of elites. You just glanced at Hulina and then withdrew your gaze. You as a time traveler, naturally, he knows all the plot of Duluo. Just like this operation, after entering the Stardew Forest, Hulina will be unable to walk because of meeting Tang San. He even hesitated to reveal some of the secrets of this mission. Betray the Spirit Hall. And when you, who know everything, look at Hulina, there is also a hint of cold murderous aura in his eyes. At this moment, as everyone arrives one after another, your group also started heading towards the Star Forest. For this action, it can be said that the people under your command are full of confidence. In their opinion, this hunt took 100,000 years. Looking back, there are two major title Duluo, Gigi, joining them. It can be said that it is absolutely stable, and for their view, you moved your legs slightly and without any trace. The news that Wuhandian learned was already very behind. The 1,000-year-old soul beast in the center of the Stardew Forest, more than one finger, except Zhao Wu and Titan Giant. Besides, there is a more powerful Azure Bull Python. Soon under your leadership, you guys hurry up before it gets dark, arriving at the outskirts of the Stardew Forest, when everyone is preparing dinner. And when pitching a tent, and you appeared alone on the tree nearby. Your eyes skin around the cloth. The slightly raised corners of his mouth outline a hint of coldness. It's almost that time, it's coming. As soon as this statement came out, there is a flash of blood red aura on your body. Although the martial spirit was not released, but he can also instinctively judge the blood around him. And except for your team, there is another guy slowly walking towards. Camp is close. This person came to the Stardew Forest alone. Tang San, who is preparing to find Zhao Wu. He happened to meet the team from Wuhan store. Suddenly Tang San's body moved slightly. Then a silvery white light flashed through his eyes. This is a sign of activating spiritual power. However, after scanning around, I found nothing. I wonder if I sensed it wrong. Tang San shook his head in confusion, focusing again on the camp not far ahead. At this moment, all 20 Soul Saints stood up. His eyes fell on the location where Tang San was about to appear. Who comes out? The words have not yet fallen. 8 figures suddenly flashed towards Tang San's direction. Taking advantage of the siege, surrounded them. The soul power blooming in the body is like a dragnet. It brought great pressure to Tang San. Who are you? Although Tang San was shocked. But stabilize your mind immediately. At the same time, a strong murderous aura bloomed from his body. After sensing that Tang San had the intention to take action, 7 Soul Saints activated their martial souls immediately. 49 soul rings explode instantly. More than twice as scary as before. The pressure made Tang San scalp numb. This also made Tang San feel even more nervous. Just when several Soul Saints were about to take action, inside the camp, the same cold aura hits my face. Collision with Tang San's murderous aura. It's really you. Surprise sounds came from the camp. The cold breath instantly converged. Then Hulina walked out with a face filled with surprise. There was a little smile on the originally cold face. It's okay, he's my friend. Listen to what Hulina said. The 7 Soul Saints looked at each other. They all quietly take back their martial souls. Same as in the original work, Hulina told Tang San the purpose of her trip. And prepared to invite Tang San to come with him. Then just when Tang San was about to nod in agreement, no. Interrupted Tang San with a cold voice. This mission is very important. Whether it is for the success of the mission, or for the safety of the team, he can't join. Your eyes fall on Tang San. The murderous aura blooming from your body. almost completely solidifying the surrounding area. You seem expressionless. But actually my heart is already sneering. The change in Tang San's eyes that he thought he had hidden well. I've already seen it in your eyes, Hu Lina's originally happy face. After hearing this, I felt a little gloomy. I said she was my friend and worthy of trusting me. Besides, what is the responsibility if something goes wrong? Our Tang Yin, come with us. You're not safe alone anyway. There are so many of us to ensure safety. Waiting for an opportunity, let them help you capture another suitable soul beast. No problem too. As soon as these words came out, Tang San's face showed a hint of confusion. But of course he was just pretending. Tang San was still extremely hesitant. But you turned around and looked at Kiki behind you. The murderous aura in his body bloomed instantly. The voice was as cold as if it came from the 9 nether hells. Whoever helps outsiders will die. As soon as this statement came out, almost everyone feels cold behind their backs. The one in front of them is like a life-seeking Shura. It's like I can see into the depths of people's souls, even in a state where the martial soul has not been used. Everyone in your squad, I feel like my eyes are filled with blood. No one dares to say anything under your authority. They all lowered their heads silently. Both TV Moonlight and Ghost were slightly stunned. I look at you again with a little surprise in my eyes. Even though you didn't target him just now. But in the eyes of the 2 titled Duluo, a bloody wave also appeared. At this point, your weight in their hearts has reached its highest level again. Hulina's face quickly turned cold. The murderous aura in my body couldn't help but burst out again. I said I will bear any consequences. I order you in the name of the Saint of Wuhan Palace. The atmosphere at this time is awkward. The dog-licking party is also a preparation to please Hulina, so I strode forward. Pay attention to your identity. Do you know who is talking to you? That is the future master of the Holy Maiden Spirit Hall. Now, don't even dare to listen to what the saint says. Is this a rebellion? The more Yan said, the more enthusiastic he became. Even in the camp, Yue Guan and Gimai were not involved in the conflict between several people. Their faces are a little bit ugly. At the same time, I will aim at you with another burst of output. But before he finished speaking, a line with a. The sound of strong bloody smell. At the same time, there was a sharp pain in the abdomen. The whole person flew out directly, as a few crisp sounds resounded in Yan's chest. Others have already flown more than 10 meters. The back crashed through to giant trees with 1 river abalone and 1 fish. After swallowing a mouthful of blood, blood spurted out and his body collapsed to the ground. My chest collapsed slightly and even my breath became weak. His eyes were full of fear of suffocation, staring blankly at the spot where he was before. How dare you do what you said? Pay attention to your identity. In my eyes you are also nothing. It's your first time offending. I'll spare your life if it's the next time. Seeing this, Zuyue stepped forward and helped Yan up. Are you okay? It's okay. Yan shook her head with a gloomy face. He doesn't dare to kill me yet. When you heard this, you turned around and stopped. I sneer in my heart and dare not kill you. The next second you turned around sharply. A blood-red spear appeared in his hand. Rich blood and murderous intent. Let everyone's eyes be slightly bloody. 8 soul rings of yellow, purple, black and black are set on the chess piece. Horrible color combination. It even surprised everyone present. At the same time, the first yellow soul ring lights up. Sweep the geese with the spear in your hand, bringing up a blood-red aura. Only then did the 2 titled Duluo come back to their senses. This is one of the geniuses of the younger generation. I came here and it was just a breakup in love. If they die, then their responsibility will be huge. Seeing the bloody air wave about to sweep into the moonlight, instantly bloom your soul power. Hong shouted, that's enough. As the captain of the Wuhan Palace hunting team, although your strength is only at the contra level, but the murderous aura that pervades his body can instantly kill a titled Duluo. Within the realm of your murderous intent, Qian Daliu and Bibi Dong both act based on your face. And this is only because you have awakened the evil of endless killing, and the extremely bloodthirsty blood soul gone. As long as the martial spirit keeps killing, its strength will increase. Strengthen one's own weapons, and as you kill like crazy, the murderous aura in you, it also gradually formed a field. In this field, you can say you can kill whoever you want. At this moment, facing Yin who is provocative in front of you, the bloody spear in your waving hand, ready to deliver a fatal blow. However, in these 10 rounds Duluo roared and stopped. Hearing this, your body paused slightly. The bloody air wave that was originally meant to be swept away only half flew out. Even so, this half wave also overturned Yan again. There was a streak of blood on his face, but the blood moon beside Yan was not affected in any way. Yan didn't receive much impact here. But the red air wave is like a withered body, clinging to Yan's body, and want to drill into his body. While drilling in, it is also constantly eroding Yan now. Looking back at you who kept screaming on the ground, you looked at this scene coldly. With a thought, the blood soul gun was withdrawn. And this is your first soul trace. The effect of blood erosion. Enemies of the same level will be infected with blood and soul power. The soul power in the body, it will be consumed at double the usual rate, until his blood and soul are burned out. In addition, if the opponent is not as strong as you, soul power burned by blood and soul power is not recoverable through obvious. It's equivalent to directly destroying your cultivation level. At this moment, the moonlight looked at Yan and screams. He quickly stepped forward to release his martial spirit, then inject the soul power into Yan's body. Although Yan got Ju Duluo's rescue in time, but his soul power still dropped from level 54 to level 52. You'd better give me an answer that satisfies me today. Really, Hulina's face was so gloomy that she could shed tears. Although I don't like this dog-licking look. But after all, they are all the golden generation of Wuhan computer. What you did was unintentionally a slap in his face. Seeing you ignored him, Hulina also completely exploded at this moment. The powerful murderous aura in his body exploded instantly, accompanied by one's own soul power. Punched the wind directly in your direction. However, the power of Hulina, the Soul King. But I didn't take care of you who was defenseless, cause a bit of damage. But after this, you who were walking forward slowly turned around, randomly and slowly walked towards Hulina. At this moment, Hulina, seeing that you don't take his life seriously at all, I was startled, directly releasing the killing god domain on you. For a while, after everyone saw the blood-red halo, they are all excited by it. Do you want to compete with me in killing? Upon seeing this, a layer of fine blood-colored mist rises from your body, not just wrapping its body, and it spreads to the surroundings. You reach out, gently shake the killing halo around Hulina. The red mist that originally filled Hulina's side. It's like being attracted. Snow is falling in your direction. Hulina's face changed drastically, trying his best to control the killing field. But what shocked him was that, no matter how he can't control this domain that originally belonged to him. The murderous aura inside seems to have found its home. No matter what, I refuse to stay by his side. You feel the approach of the killing field. A look of comfort appeared on his face. Immediately, the blood mist spraying from the body became more intense. Just for a moment, the scene I was tired of seeing before appear in everyone's eyes. That blood-red world is full of corpses. You are like Shura, standing in the center of that mountain of corpses and sea of blood, staring at everyone present with blood-red eyes. In just a moment, this picture has disappeared, and the fox spurted out a mouthful of blood. The soul power in his body began to fluctuate constantly. Apparently, he was forced into the killing field and suffered backlash. Just no matter what you think, Hulina couldn't even think of it. How do you not use martial arts? Just destroy his killing field. Originally, I just wanted to teach Hulina a lesson. After feeling the strong murderous aura, his face suddenly darkened. You silently raised your hand and the bloody light flashed through. He directly raised his palm towards Hulina. I saw you take action against the saint. Sniper Duluo and hidden in the dark. Ghost Duluo can no longer sit still. The moment you take action, Ghost Duluo's figure flickers slightly, like a ghost, standing in front of Hulina in an instant. At the same time, black soul power rises from the body, a palm against your palm, with an invisible wave of air. Even Ghost Duluo didn't expect his right blow. It just knocks you back a step. See, you have such a high talent. Both titled Duluo are ruthless. Gasped. Looking at your eyes again, already more serious than before. Even the two of them have regarded you as. The same is true of the existence of titled Duluo. Except for the two titled Duluo. Tangsan Hulina. Make an appointment with some of their younger generation geniuses. I also saw some clues. In an instant, Tang San's expression became even more solemn. This time it is equivalent to saying, there are 3 titled Deluo in this operation. Even if you're not, it's not much different. This is definitely for Zhao Wu. Yishu, what have you done so far? After the shock, Deluo Yuguan also walked out. Stand in front of Hulina. On 2 titled Deluo. Faintly releasing every trace of micro-pressure. Even everyone around them felt their hearts sink. Like being pressed down by a big mountain. Immediately, the momentum on the field began to solidify. You didn't speak. He just stared at Hulai coldly. Yishu is now in the Stardew Forest. Everything is about the mission. If there is anything else, we can talk about it when we get back. The moonlight in your eyes is very helpless. He knows that Hulina took the initiative to take action against you. Really pissed off. The voice fell. You who were originally cold-eyed. Withdraw your gaze from Hulina. If we really want to attack Hulina here, that's obviously impossible. Not to mention that there were 2 titled Deluo watching. Just might delay the mission. You will never allow this to happen. For the sake of the mission, you did not continue. Continue to take care of Tang San and go directly to the camp. The camp will be packed up soon the next day. The team from Wuhan Palace is ready to go. As before, the Golden Generation is at the center of the team. The rest of the people gathered around. The 2 titled Deluo are at the front. It's just that this time in the lineup, just one more Tang San. As the team moves forward, everyone is becoming more vigilant. After all, this is the location deep in the Stardew Forest. A place where a 10,000-year soul beast will appear at any time. At this time Tang San glanced around Boo Boo. Then he quietly used his mental power to start communicating. The blue-silver grass then spread to the surrounding area. Suddenly an idea appeared in Tang San's mind. He wants to investigate. Anyway, what he is communicating with now is Lan Yin Cao. Even a titled Deluo might not be able to discover him. Exploring Contra. Tang San thinks you haven't discovered the ability yet. However, the moment I met you at Tang San's spiritual power, Tang San's body began to tremble violently. And Tang, are you okay? Hulina saw Tang San's body shaking violently. Come to him immediately. Tang San glanced at you with an ugly expression, but didn't say anything. Just shook his head silently. But this movement was noticed by Hulina. The anger in his heart that could have been suppressed. Now it breaks out again. Yishu, you'd better give me an explanation. No one will offend you this time, right? Hulina's voice spread throughout the team. Everyone around looked towards the middle. Ghost Deluo and Ghost Deluo frowned slightly. There was a hint of dissatisfaction on his face. You didn't say anything, just looked at Tang San quietly. Tang San saw this look. There's a hint of sadness in my heart. He feels as if you know it was him who investigated. With a little uneasiness in my heart, Tang San took a deep breath. Seeing Hulina, what else to say, so I grabbed it directly. It's okay, it's just that my mental power was impacted by the soul beast. That should refer to a titled Deluo level soul beast. After hearing Tang San's words, everyone suddenly felt happy. Then he was ready to pursue in the direction pointed by Tang San. However, just when Ziyue was about to help Tang San go and support him. This is our great hero. We must take good care of him. Your voice falls. A soul saint came to Tang San. Hold it first. 2 titled Deluo are strong and strong. They all nodded slightly with satisfaction. In their eyes, you are so cold that you can do this. It's already considered a great honor. In that case, let's go. Immediately gave an order. The whole team, start heading in the direction Tang San said. And the soul saint dragging Tang San didn't receive any preferential treatment at all. When he is talking to you. But I saw the face of my team leader, showing a hint of murderous intent. But since Tang San was supported by a soul saint, Hulina, never looking away. Naturally, he noticed that Tang San was in such pain. Suddenly I couldn't bear it. Yishu, what do you want to do? Hulina finished speaking. The entire team immediately stopped in place. Everyone looked over again. Especially the 2 titled Deluo. Their eyes swept over Hulina. After finding no abnormalities, already frowned slightly. Looking at Hulina again, with some dissatisfaction. If it were said before, it might have been you who was causing trouble. But nothing happens now. Hulina jumped out again. Isn't this just looking for trouble? What's more, they are deep in the Stardew Forest now. Already close to the mission goal. Get your men out of the way and let me help you. Hulina noticed the gazes of the two titled Duluo. I forced myself to swallow back the words I wanted to question you. But the anger on his face is still there. I can't hide the reason. You looked at Hulina coldly. Even too lazy to say one more word. You Soul Saints are the main fighting force. The focus should be on fighting instead of trivial matters like this. Otherwise, who will be responsible if the task is delayed? Hulina rolled her eyes and said naturally. You don't have to worry about that. I'll take care of his share of the battle. What's more, this is deep in the Stardew Forest. It's you who's yelling and delaying the team. After you finished speaking, there was already a hint of murderous intent in your eyes. When Yue Guang saw this, he said with a serious expression, okay. We're going to the place soon. Don't go on any more business trips. Just give me some stability. He speaks even when he sees the moonlight. Brina could only give her a fierce look. No more talking. In the team, Tang San, whose mental strength was severely damaged, didn't look good. His face was pale and gloomy, as if water is dripping out. Come now. It's absolutely certain. The previous exploration was discovered by you. Thinking of this, he narrowed his eyes and glanced at you. And your attention is always on Tang San. Naturally, he also saw Tang San's gloomy expression and murderous eyes. So on the way, you move closer to Tang San. I know what you are thinking. I also know what your goal is. So be a little better now. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'll kill you if I can't help myself. A cold and deep voice sounded in Tang San's ears. Tang San's pupils shrank slightly. The heart starts beating violently, but his state only lasted for a moment. Next second, just use your own mental power to forcefully adjust your state. Return to the same place as before. I do not know what you're talking about. Tang San doesn't want to see you, because he's afraid that after seeing you, his secret will really be revealed. Is your target Team 5? Tang San, did you also know that there are two looking back 100,000 years ago? I want him to treat me. Our team caused heavy casualties. Then take advantage of the chaos and take away the fifth team. Your voice is getting colder. Tang San's body vibrated violently, pupils shrink to the size of a needle tip. What you said is exactly what he imagined. Suddenly Tang San seemed to have thought of something. He finally knows. Why do you keep targeting him in Bewley? The further you analyze, Tang San's heart was shocked to the extreme. He suddenly felt at the top of his head. There's always a big mountain pressing on me. Makes him a little breathless. At this moment, Tang San's heart once again showed strong murderous intent. His plan must not be known to anyone in Wuhan Palace. Otherwise, don't say you're taking Zhao Wu away this time. Even I have to stay here. Be quiet or I'll kill you. You have no intention of saying any more. Give a final warning and stop talking. And this time, Tang San really felt. I was covered by an extremely cold breath. Where's the spirit beast breath going from the two elders? But at this time Tang San diverted his attention again. The thorns of two titled Duluo Ting. There is some doubt in the eyes. You still have a way to sense the breath of this soul beast? As he spoke, he looked Tang San up and down. I see that he looks completely normal now. I'm inevitably a little doubtful. I was hurt by this spirit beast. So now even if there is no need to continue to explore, some traces can also be detected within a certain range. Tang San has already made all the explanations for this. As soon as this statement came out, the credibility of what he said has increased again. The two moonlight ghosts looked at each other. They also express approval. Only Yisha looked at Tang San with cold eyes. It is indeed Tang San who is known as the old silver coin. Really thought, this will catch them all. The direction Tang San is pointing now is obvious. It's Erming and Zhao Wu. The direction we are in now. It seems like this guy is still dishonest. You made a slight noise. Then he guessed what Tang San was planning to do. It turns out he is in the team. They are planning to find an opportunity to take Zhao Wu away directly to break out of the encirclement. Now I'm being targeted. Naturally, he was ready to leave the Wuhan Palace team first. Otherwise, under surveillance. There was no way he could leave Wuhan unharmed. The opportunity for him to leave the Palace team. Naturally, it's on Zhao Wu. Then as long as he exposes himself at the critical moment. Is it possible that Zhao Wu won't let her Bing save him? The answer is obvious. What a good calculation. As expected of the black-hearted Tang San, the look in your eyes when you look at Tang San. Sha Yi has become more and more intense. Such disadvantages must not occur. Wait for this guy to reveal his identity in a while, then we can completely deal with this guy. You licked your lips excitedly. The murderous aura in his body has become a little stronger.